Just putting those two names together can jumpstart a host of feelings and memories through Tuscaloosa and Baton Rouge. Moments of frustration, disbelief, and jubilation due to the battles that these two have had. From national championship games to season derailments, this rivalry has had it all, and we've got even more for you today. An iconic venue, Tiger Stadium, Baton Rouge. It's the Alabama Crimson Tide and the LSU Tigers. Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer with you here in the booth, and Holly Rowe keeping an eye on all of the storylines down on the sideline. Holly?
Guys, LSU was able to bring in one of the most highly sought-after coaching candidates last season. Lane Kiffin now has an opportunity to marry his system with some of the best talent available. LSU always has great players. Can they put it all together, get back in the college football playoff picture, and contend for a national title? Back to you guys.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. The Tigers kickoff unit is ready to go, and so are we to start this season. He'll bring it out. It's Rodgers. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. So Alabama's offense will have the football first. Seems like when these two get together, it's always a slugfest, and Alabama won a close one last season.
Yeah, it was Alabama that finished out the 12th round in that slugfest, too. It usually seems like the team that lands the last big haymaker wins, and that was the Tide last time.
Right, I think that's why it's so important getting out the gates early. Both these teams know each other, don't like each other. Get out the gate strong.
Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. They're going to run it. Good, solid tackle. They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge third down coming up. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. Still third down, but more ground to cover after the flag. Keelan Russell. Fakes to grab. It'll be a first down as he gets it to the 24-yard line. Offense in a bunch formation. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Picks up the first down. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another first down. Russell on play action. Flips it out to the back. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Short completion on first down, and here comes 2nd and 8. Looking for a man, it's Russell. Throws to the wideout. It's complete. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Crimson Tide rolled to that last first down on the ground. Let's see if they go right back to the run. Fires to the wideout. That's caught. It's Rodgers. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start.
False start of offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Pulled down after a pickup of 4 to the 27. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Trying to impose their will with the run. He stopped after a 1-yard pickup at the 25. They've moved it to the 25, but now facing a 3rd and long. Throwing Russell. A shot toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. So they'll send out the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Absolutely center cut. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Tigers offense gets to come out for its first possession of the game. Guys, if you listen closely, I think you can hear the jawing going already between this cornerback and wide receiver. What a matchup, Jesse, it's going to be between those two.
You know, so many people have already been talking about this individual one-on-one matchup, David, and it's going to be happening out on an island all game long. The receiver's got speed. He's got game-breaking ability, catching the football, can climb the ladder. He's going up against one of the best shutdown corners in the game. I cannot wait to watch this.
Yeah, and he's got the speed to stay with him and the instincts, and he's been so great out wide in every game. This is a huge test. This is a Sunday test. Two NFL guys going at it to see who's going to take home the prize.
The screen, he can go. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. Oh, did he unload on that? It's like there's helium in that one. And the punt will hit at the one, just a little too far for them to be able to down it. It'll be a touchback and come out to the 20. There he goes. Makes it past the marker. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. And you want to know what impact home field advantage can have? There it is. The offense will walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Russell. Got it in the middle. It's Ford. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Offense gets set for second down. Quick release by the QB. Runs through a man. He might have space. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play. He'll have enough for the first down after making that grab, but we do have a player who has not yet returned to his feet. New set of downs after the completion. We'll send the tight end in motion. Motion from the wide receiver. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. After the completion, we see there is a man down, and the clock will stop to check on him. The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on second down. Catch in the middle, it's Jenkins. That's his first catch of the season, and they believe he is a freshman who can contribute a lot early. Again, it's Russell. Fires to the middle. Complete to the left. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27. The Crimson Tide comes to the line with a 1st and 10.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get line.
Unleashes one deep. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's second down. Keeps it on the option. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. Quite a bit of work to do on third down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. Well Welcome to college. First carry for the freshman. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. And for the second time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Splits the uprights. Good. The lead is 6 in the first.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
And he takes this from inside the 5. So the LSU Tiger offense comes out to start this drive. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. The option look. He'll toss it. And he had no option on that one. Defense ready for anything, and they stop him right at the line of scrimmage. LSU quick to the line.
I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There was a lot of green grass and space out in front of him. If he just holds on to that football, he might not score a touchdown, but he's definitely going to be able to at least get positive yards. I think that's a play on the option the quarterback would like to have back.
Looking downfield, it's Levin. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. This offense has a little room and a fresh set of downs at the 23. It's first down from their own 23-yard line. He'll do it himself. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. While the Big Ten has expanded with this massive continent-wide geographical footprint, the Big 12 has been really shrewd in positioning and maneuvering for survival, and they look for opportunities to win on the field like they'll have today.
And the Big Ten's kind of taking what the Big Ten wants and expanding and not really worried about anybody else. So if I'm the Big 12, I'm like, yeah, you ain't worried about me, but you're going to worry about me today and on the field, and I can make a statement and prove to some of the true blue bloods in the Big Ten.
I just love the stylistic matchup in this one, too, right? You think about the Big Ten running the football, defense, physical, and then Big 12, wide open, up-tempo, air raid offense. This one's going to be fun.
They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. It's complete to the left. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. And the punt will hit at the 1, just a little too far for them to be able to down it. It'll be a touchback and come out to the 20. The give on the counter. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. Let's take a peek at the numbers so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. The Tide a little extra time to come up with this third down play to open the period. Keelan Russell blasted as he lets it go. Pulls it in. He'll make a play on third down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32. They go play action with Russell. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it. There is a player still down on the field, and it is an LSU Tiger. That is the senior linebacker who's been shaken up. Holly Rowe will give us an update on his condition. Backed up now, here's second and long. And the ball is free on the pitch. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Scoop and score. Touchdown, Tiger.
You practice these moments as a defense, but you never know when they're going to come to fruition. But how about it? The scoop, the ball's on the turf. They scoop it up. They take it to the house. The defense takes care of business and said, offense, we don't need you. We'll put points on the board.
setting up for the extra point that would put them on top. And they move on top with the extra point, 7-6. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, run with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They've had a couple of productive drives, but they've had to settle for field goals in 2 of their 3 previous possessions, Chip. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place trying to help their defense. Now here's Russell. Fires one high and deep. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. From the gun on 3rd down, Keelan Russell. Trying to escape and get it himself. He slides and gets the 1st down. What a weapon to have a guy who can move the chains for you by any means necessary. Alabama quickly back to the line.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. And it's the next play that you have to play instead of this just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job of keeping that guy in the pocket.
Throwing Russell. Pressure coming. He's going to take off. Got the 1st down himself. Slides to the ground, picks up the 1st down, and avoids the hit. Alabama with a 1st and 10 here.
Well, this guy's getting himself into a rhythm here early. You just saw a beautiful throw in the previous play, and now he's showing off the speed. And you can't blame him, honestly. When you run like him, even if it's 1st down, if it's not open, just take off. This defense is going to be on their heels all game long if they can't find a way to start slowing him down.
Motion from the wideout. And they can't connect, but the flag flies, and I think this is going to be pass interference.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught.
Wants to throw. It's Russell. Unloads to the wideout. Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be 2nd down. They're testing the right side here. He locked up and held on to bring him down. Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge 3rd down coming. Now here's Russell. He's moving out of the pocket. QB got it himself. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. Alabama trying to cash in on this red zone trip. Russell. Got out of trouble and throws. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Quarterback keep. Fights off a defender. Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Can these guys just score from anywhere out there? After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point is good, and the lead is 6. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. A little sluggish out of the gate here. They've had to punt it away on each of their first 2 possessions. Off the RPO, complete. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling there out to the 35.
It's a new era in Baton Rouge, obviously. Lane Kiffin is the head coach. Garrett Nussmeier gone. Sam Levitt comes in from the portal in ASU. And, David, I mean, does anybody not expect this offense to score 50 points a game and throw it up and down the field? I mean, you've got the match made in heaven, it seems like, between the play caller and the quarterback. This thing should be lights out, I think.
And Lane Kiffin always delivers, right? Like, he finds a way to have that spot play at a high level. Sam Levitt, we've seen some highs, man. We've seen him go to the college football playoff. But he kind of reminds...
Oh, it's picked off. A rare mistake from this guy. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And that's just a force by the quarterback. They're throwing it into cover 3. It's a zone coverage, and if you're going to try to throw it deep down the middle, you need another route to occupy the safety and take him away. There was nothing there that time. That's just way too easy of an interception for him.
Here comes that Alabama offense. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why would you stop handing it off? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Well, and if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing more aggressive towards the line of scrimmage. I am not going to let them have that kind of drive again.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Tight end now in motion. Gets away from 1. We'll get a stoppage here for an injured player for the Tide. That is their senior starting wide receiver who the training staff is looking at, and Holly Rowe will get us up to date on his condition. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Keelan Russell. Bought a little time, lets it go. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. We'll get a stoppage here for an injured player for the Tide. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can pick up the first without scoring. Looking to throw, it's Russell. Quarterback strolling away from heat. Touchdown time! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And this offense is firing on all cylinders right now. Starting the year, game 1, and creating a little bit of a pad and separation at the end of this first half. But you can see why so many people are really excited about this offense this season.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. The kick is up and good, and put 1 more on the lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays, and he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver. And the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
Another incompletion on third down. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. Oh, look at this thing. They may need a flight attendant on that one. And the punt hits at the 6, and they can't down it, and it'll be a touchback. And the offense takes the field ready to go back to work. Toss sweep to the right. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Now on the counter. Breaks the tackle. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. He'll try to get to the marker himself. Could be an alley. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. Alabama pushing the tempo.
That's the danger as a defense when you're playing against this guy, because you know you're going to see the option. And if you don't have a player dedicated to pursuing and stopping him, he is going to burn you like he did right there. He has elite speed. You saw it on that option play.
Runs through a tackle. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Throwing Russell. Under fire. Fires downfield. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. Flushed out of the pocket. Inside the 30. Breaks into the open. He's finally stopped, but a big play there with his speed as he moves those sticks. Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
And that's a better job by this defense. That's exactly what they've got to start doing more. He's had a lot of success on the ground. It's apparent. He will take off and move. So how do we keep him in the pocket? Get him behind the line of scrimmage, fluster him a little bit, and don't let him use those wheels.
They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. Russell makes the grab. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. He'll pull it on the read. He gets it all the way down inside the 10. It'll be 1st and goal from the 8. Now the LSU Tigers will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal. Timeout called by LSU. That's their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Now the Tigers will spend their 3rd and final timeout. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big 3rd down coming up. Touchdown, Crimson Tide! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And I love it. I love the physicality of this offense. It's 3rd and goal. I trust my offensive line to pave the way, give the ball to my running back, and know he's going to physically punch this thing into the end zone.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point is good, and the lead moves to 20. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. On the move from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Throws to the wideout. Working on the right.
And there you see the arm talent by the quarterback. Throwing a curl route into zone coverage, you've got to get the ball there quickly. And you saw the cannon this QB has.
To the air. It's Levitt. Fires to the right. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you. And I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent, but he's making bad decisions.
Keelan Russell flips it out in the flat. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. It's complete on the right side. Shakes a man, and he might take off. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. The Tide will have to call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Looking to throw on first down. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. Alabama calls its second timeout of the half. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. On target. Touchdown, Bama! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finished the half like you're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. Fielded in the end zone. It's Brown. And the returner will be knocked down. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. To the air, it's Levitt. Under fire. Showing the arm strength down the left side. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Got it down the field. They make the stop after the big passing play, but now the question is, will it stand? They had the first down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on second down. They'll go to the counter. Steps his way to a little bit of a pickup, not enough for the first down as the clock continues to move here late in the half. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors.
Guys, week 1, the start of a brand new season, and it's our pleasure to welcome you into the EA Sports College Football Update Show. Let's take a look at the Nebraska Cornhuskers taking on the number 5 team, the Indiana Hoosiers. And it's the Huskers looking to win their home opener. They haven't had a ton of success with that in recent years, but they've got the lead right now in the first half. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. Now over to your game at Tiger Stadium in Baton Rouge. So far today, the most dominant player on the field has been that DB. Pass breakups, shutting down one side of the field. He's been a one-man wrecking crew, and he's played a big part in this halftime lead. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Looking downfield, it's Levitt. Rushes on him. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides in the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess, and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, Coach, and then the second one, usually he takes me out of the game.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Here's a give to Durham.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
False start of offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They made a little trouble for themselves with that penalty. Now 2nd and 12. Looking down the middle. And he got a hand in there. Knocks it away. Incomplete. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun. Wants to pass. Here comes the heat. He sacked this defense all over it.
And I wish I could bring you some hope, but, man, this defense, again, they already got the lead. They got their ears pinned back. They're rushing the quarterback. I know this one's over, but offensively, let's find a way to protect our guy, put something together. Maybe we find a way to make this respectable at some point in the football game.
Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. The Alabama offense coming onto the field. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Using his legs, it's Hill. Good, solid pickup on that one, and they've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He got a little antsy at the line of scrimmage, and they'll move him back.
False start of offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They'll move the wide receiver. Throwing Russell. A little release to the back. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Turns it on at midfield. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Russell on play action. Makes the grab on the shuffle. Nice move to keep running. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Trying to beat him to the left. Bounced off his feet. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. The run inside. It's Hill. He was fighting his way toward those sticks, but they'll stop him a couple of yards short. Wanting to move the chains. Here comes Alabama on 4th. Going for the marker on the ground. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Got some work to do on 2nd down after that last one. They need 13. Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts. Here's a quick throw out to the left. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll snap it for the 10th time on this drive, but they need a chunk on 3rd and long. Russell fires to the wideout. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
Man, it's really nice as a defense to force 3rd and long, where you can bring in the nickel, Jesse, and you can play zone coverage with those zone eyes on the quarterback.
Yeah, as a quarterback, too, you got to know with that extra DB out there, your timing better be good and you better be accurate, because if you're not, they've got ball hawks in the back end, and that errant throw gets picked.
The Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Here's the pressure. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. On 3rd down, here's Durham. He did everything he could to find enough running room, and he'll be stopped about 3 yards short of the 1st down marker. It's 4th down. Up and hold on just a minute. They have decided to take the points here. Thought they might go for it on 4th and short. Good right down the boulevard.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he's stopped. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Give to the back. Turning it on. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Alabama!
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the 2nd level. Great vision, and then, David, it shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. On the run from inside his own 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. The LSU offense comes out to start this drive. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
Yeah, and listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker who is so important to this team.
Looking to pass. It's Levitt. Gets it out fast. He'll have the 1st down as he gets it to the 28-yard line before he's stopped. And the Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Got his man downfield. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. The Tigers have this offense rolling. And the defense wrestles him to the ground. Into the 3rd quarter of this opening week of the season, it's now 2nd and 10. Keeping it on the ground inside, it's Durham. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. And this beatdown is close to completion as we've reached the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Makes the grab. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the 1st down at the 36. Handoff, Caden Durham. Couldn't really get started there. Pick up a 1 to the 35. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Shows him the stiff arm. And he runs through 1 tackle and picks up a few. They've been really good moving the chains on 3rd down. Now 1 yard away from another 1st down on this drive. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. The Tigers pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Back to throw. It's Levitt. He'll take a shot. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown LSU!
With that last touchdown now, they're trying to create some momentum. They're trying to avoid starting the season 0-1. They know they've got a lot of work to do here in the 2nd half, but you should be feeling pretty good about that last score. Now you've got to keep that up.
They'll try to tack 1 more on their score. Smashes it through for the PAT. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. The Tide ready to roll on offense. Then that last drive, if you want to call it that, was efficient. 1 big run for a score, David. See if they can do it again.
Yeah, and I find it hard-pressed they're not going to give it right back to him. You break that long of a run, get a touchdown, Jesse, I'm assuming he's going to touch it again.
You're absolutely right, David. Everybody in this stadium, I think, is expecting him to get it again, too. Big-time players make big plays in big games. Let's see what he can do here.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Soft spot in the middle. Gets the job done on 3rd down as he gets it out to the 25. 1st and 10. Tries to do it himself on the draw. Got enough for the 1st. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Quick release on the RPO. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the 1st down. The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. This is a designed run. Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard. This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. Pulls it again on the option. Looks as if the Crimson Tide will have the 1st down. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Trying to get the corner on the jet sweep. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1. They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. Motion from the back. Throwing, Mack. Makes the grab. Terrific job getting to him. There was nowhere to go. They're a perfect 2 for 2 on 3rd down on this drive. They need 8 to move the chains again. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. He's not going to make it to the sticks, and what a stop against one of the best third down offenses in the country. The kick is on its way. And after that play, there is a Tiger who has yet to get up. That's the senior safety being evaluated by medical personnel. Holly will let us know what's going on with him. On the run, it's Berry. They'll knock him down after a 6-yard gain to the 27. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Looking to throw, it's Levitt. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. Fairly manageable distance here on 3rd down from the 27. Looking to throw for it. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And he throws another interception, his 3rd one of the night.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. And after that interception, things quite comfortable. Big lead, clock winding down. They should be able to take care of business here. Right on the money.
You know, the beautiful thing about being a quarterback is you can throw a little drag route, and they can take it 60. When you got fast playmakers on the outside that you can get the ball in their hands really quickly, great things can happen. 1-yard passes can turn into 60. It's beautiful to be quarterback.
But nowhere to go. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Austin Mack. They got him, and down he goes, and what a huge sack that might have knocked him out of field goal range.
The defense was not fooled. 3rd and 1 situation, everybody in the stadium expecting run. The offense trying to get a little cute, trying to take a shot, and it blows up in their face. Nice job by the defense.
So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. He's going to have to break out the thunderfoot on this one, a 57-yard attempt. And it took everything he had, but he barely gets it in there. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Oh, he'll keep it on the draw. What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play. And the Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Off the play fake. Makes the catch. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. 3rd and 6 yards to go. Wide receiver going in motion. Running inside. It's Berry. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on 4th down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. Runs through the tackle. He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. Dropping back, it's Levitt. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the air on 2nd down. Firing to the right, complete. He was hoping to get that thing down the sideline. They get him out of bounds at the 37. 3rd and 4. Looking for space. It's Berry. Shakes off the defender. At the 45 on his way. Oh, he found a space on the run. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
Yeah, Listen, that is awesome to see the guys continue to fight, continue to keep competing, because this game is over. Like, we don't need to fool y'all. We're not trying to get y'all to stick around and improve ratings. Like, the game's over, but you're continuing to fight. You powered in for the touchdown, and show your kids that we're going to always fight no matter what the score is.
Getting set for the point after.
Is on for the extra point.
Right down the boulevard. So an 82-yard drive there. At this point, a comeback would take one of the biggest miracles in the history of the sport, but they'll line up for the onside kick.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Smart move to keep it on the ground.
You got to give the coaching staff credit because they really do focus all season long on situational football with the lead late in the game. If we're on offense, we're trying to stay in bounds. We're trying to bleed the clock. And after ripping off a really nice run, that guy knew, I've got to get down. I cannot get pushed out of bounds, cannot get tackled out of bounds. Really, really nice job.
Looks like Alabama will pick up the first down. With the clock running, this should be the final play. Guys, I think we all expected this game to be close. Couple teams of this caliber, but boy, what a statement by the underdog in this one.
And there's going to be a big movement in the rankings after that performance. That team that got the win today, they are going to get moved ahead of their opponent. It's one thing to beat a ranked opponent, David. It's one thing to blow the doors off of them. That was impressive.
It's impressive. It's huge for them. Obviously, we know what's going to happen when they're going to move up the charts, but the other side is equally as depressing. I mean, they're going to fall like a rock. This wasn't even a competitive game. This is a bad day, and the rankings will reflect it when they come out.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.